Hi, exciting news regarding space and meteor shower, actual meteor storm, which means that meteor shower is ordinary shower. There are few during the year, and this month, May 30th to 31, will be bigger shower. They call it storm. Maybe, let's say maybe. Outburst from comet 73P, periodic comet, 73rd on the scale, on the list. Schwarzmann-Wachmann 3 exploded in 1995. So there is many pieces. And on May 30, we will pass through the debris field of this comet. So it is expecting 1,000 or more meters per hour, or nothing, maybe. And there is problem with calculation. If timing is exact, it will be visible from west side of the USA. They put exactly bullseye where it will be the most visible. But I remember while ago, many years ago, similar situation where astronomers calculate that in India, Tibet, and this part of the world will be the most visible meteor shower or meteor storm, and many people traveled to India, and nothing happened. Actually, just few meteors. But what happened actually? I have this small globe, so they travel to India, but as Earth rotates, Earth going actually later in time, so over the Europe, there is mostly visible. So all people from Europe traveling from Europe to India are pretty disappointed because missed everything. Imagine expensive equipment, photo cameras and video, everything else, and expensive trip to India. Then you discover that actually do not move anywhere. So I suspect that this time will happen again. Miscalculation in few hours. Maybe this time earlier, maybe later. Also, if you look at this picture here, this insert, if it breaks, it is not narrow. It is estimated that the core of the comet is about 1 kilometer in diameter. And if you see, these fragments are actually spreading. So it leaves trail similar like this, not exactly, spreading widely. So when Earth goes in this path of the comet, it's expecting meteor shower. But depending of how accurate actually is this calculation. Also, in Croatia, this day I expecting raining, maybe not. This is May 30th to 31, 5 o'clock in the morning UTC. This means 7 o'clock local Croatian time. 5 UTC, it will be the peak of the activity. So instead, there is also some calculation of trajectory, depending of meteoroid stream speed, some factor, it may get or not to the Earth. Actually, Earth will pass or maybe not pass through this field. So I rather choose radar graves, which brings, if you put graves in the Google, it will, you find cemetery, but put graves France transmitter. This is panel antenna, one of 4 arrays arranged all around, and they switching those antennas. So this is receiving antennas, and let me see. This field is not visible on Google Map. By the way, it is photoshopped out. Let me see distance to Croatia. How long, how far is actually from my place? So I cannot directly hear this transmitter, but indirectly from 1041 kilometers, 1000 kilometers. So instead of direct hit, I will have only reflection from the meteors or satellites. Why graves? The name is intentionally put of graves of satellites. Dysfunctional satellites, pieces of broken satellites, those are receiving antennas, vertical polarized, and those are patch antennas. Patch antennas, if you can see here, those antennas has actually two feed points, so that it is probably circular polarization, but as I can see, it is actually receiving antennas mostly vertical. So I put actually vertical polarization on my improvised Yagi, 5-element Yagi, which is oriented westward, slightly to the north, and about 45 degrees up, so that I can pick reflections. In the case that weather permits, I can put live stream and the camera outdoor, but in the case that it fails, I will just live stream audio on this screen of Graves transmitter on 143.050 megahertz. I offset upper side band so that I can hear about 1 kilohertz, 1.2 kilohertz. This is a small, I don't know, few micrometer size meteors, meteor hitting atmosphere. And now I will put live, as I speak, but I will not speak because I'm enabling filter, noise filter. If I speak, my voice will be distorted, so I will just shut down. Shut up. I mean. So watch here. And listen. Uh-huh. Timestamp is in Croatian time, which is UTC plus 2 hours. It may appear also Starlink satellites which are diagonal, going diagonal. Those are interference from my computer. Not sure. Huh? Small one. Tiny. Very tiny. Okay. Okay, now activity is not so great. Day and night, I can hear sporadically, sometimes 10 in 1 minute, sometimes zero. So stay tuned on the channel. Uh, I will try to post live, but I'm not sure whether it will be continuous 24/7 live stream or only 10 hours or 12 hours span. Because if I put longer than 12 hours, it is not recorded. So only those who watch directly will see those reflection or maybe camera outdoor. And so I will try to put chunks of 10 hours so that it remains on the YouTube. No matter what happened, meteor shower, meteor storm, or nothing, there will be something on audio, maybe not so much on the video if weather permits. So plan is to, there is problem also with battery. I don't know how long battery can last on the camera. Sony camera, it is behind me. You can see this one. And telescope is not for meteors. I will put wide angle lens as wide as possible. So battery may last 4-5 hours. So I will put if clear weather during the first hours or darker hours, or I don't know. 7 in the morning Russian time is daytime, so no camera. But I might combine, for example, streaming live prior to this time, during nighttime. Then as battery drains, just switching to sound. In any case, there will be always sound present, not my voice, nor music or anything, but rather this. Let's hear again. So pay attention to this similar time, but different date. Ah, this is a small one. Prior to the recording of this video, I actually recorded one, which is point zero center, like this one. Like explaining antenna. Antenna is why there is no actually continuous how to say tone on the USB radio, software defined radio on the upper side band, because there are 4 antennas switching periodically. I don't know in 1 second how much times it switches left and right, and array going up and down. So they actually watching for debris in the orbit, and in the same time meteors. And ham radio operators and everyone who have software-defined radio in Europe can tune to this frequency. From in the other countries, I believe that there is some similar transmitters, or you can pick up some VFM radio transmitter or any transmitter which is on VHF, very high frequency, and behind the horizon, so that you cannot hear actually directly, but only reflected broadcasting. On FM radio, pardon, you can hear actual music for brief period. It lasts maybe second or two. Even you can catch RDS text, which station, depends on how long it lasts. This ionized trail, sorry. So you can listen on FM wide. This is not so sensitive compared to Morse code. Let's try again to listen something directly. Small one. Okay. Now I will disable audio direct to the computer, and there remains audio which is from my audio source, and will lower actually now intensity so that you can see me and explaining what is happening. Right now, there is not much of activity on 143 megahertz 0.050, but sporadically it goes up and down. This means now is a little bit bigger speck of dust, from few microns to, I don't know, few millimeters. Some meteors last for minutes. This is big. This is good one. So when it passes, depends of size of the meteor, how long its trail, how long ionization remains in the atmosphere. As long as ionization, it acts like a wire, like a reflector. So reflects from Graves transmitter to my site, to my antenna and receiver. I'm waiting. Actually, there's possibility that I catch actually Starlink satellites. I remember during lunchtime, 60 satellites. There is 60 diagonal strips of satellites passing. Due to Doppler effect, it moves to over the frequency. Tiny. So stay tuned. I will actually maybe earlier than maybe May 28th start to broadcast live stream. I'm not sure, because if I do it for a long time, people found it boring. but I believe that they miscalculated exact time. Okay, that's it for now. So stay tuned. I will start live stream. I don't know yet. I can start actually today, this evening, or May 28th or 29th, but not on your time, nor my time. Randomly, I will choose random time, emit 10 hours or 12 hours, 11 hours, 58, 59 minutes, then stop, then refresh the stream. Start another stream so that it lives on the internet, on the YouTube. Reason being to analyze, for those who want to analyze frequency of repeating of those small and bigger meteors. As you can hear, those are very small, very tiny, very short-lasting ionizing trail. Ting! That's all. This is ping. If you have bursts, it lasts longer. Ping! Something like that. Okay, talking too much. Thank you for watching and bye.